Hello everyone, welcome to part 7 of our gameplay / let's play on Crash Bandicoot 2 Cortex and Gyakushuu, which is the Japanese version of Crash Bandicoot 2 Cortex Strikes Back, and we are starting off with level 16, hanging out. And before anyone starts asking us to make more videos and stuff like that, just don't go constantly asking us, because that does really piss us off. And when either one of us is not online, just don't try and convince us to get online, because we go online when we're ready, not when other people say so.
Yeah, that's right. But even please, that's why we're asking you to do constant playthroughs in some games.
Exactly. Now over here you can see that there's just one of these stupid enemies that come out of nowhere, and for some reason we do not know why. So he just came all the way from here, and now all of a sudden he disappeared because we're over here. So anyways, now moving on back to the monkey bars here. And also, I don't know if I've mentioned this before about those enemies, but if you touch them once, there's no other way to kill them other than... There's no other way to get rid of them other than touching them with an Gyakushuu mask. So in that case it's really impossible to get rid of them without dying. And without an Gyakushuu mask, so yeah. Okay, now I've got to avoid these. And then there's a tower of TNTs, as you can see over here. On that was close, I nearly got blown up by them as well. Close call. Now anyways, moving on. There's going to be a secret area that we're going to come up to soon, but first we're going to get the gem. And yeah, first we're going to get the gem in order to backtrack. Well, not in order to backtrack. First we're going to get the gem of the level by breaking all the boxes in the bonus rounds and everything, and the rest of the level, and then backtrack to the secret area.
Oh, that was just good.
Yeah, and we had some previous recordings which failed, and it was a complete and utter piss take because my commentary was actually quite off and my gameplay wasn't all that good. But it's a good thing that we're redoing this, and I'm having like a lot more things to say now, so this is looks like it's going to be a better run than the last one.
Yeah, since we have to relax for a bit.
Yeah, we just needed time off. We just needed time and space, so I think that's what we needed. Just right, be careful with the nitros and crap. Oh, and here comes the hard bit of the bonus round. You've got to count till 10. I'll count till 10 on the last one, because that's the most important one.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
There, made it. Apologies for the awkward bit of silence earlier on. I was just counting it in my head. But anyways, glad that's over. And I'm actually doing better than last time, because in one of the previous set of recordings of this part I also failed in the bonus round. But anyways, you won't be able to see it because this is the final version of the part. And anyways, as I was saying earlier, we are now backtracking in order to get...
Yeah, let's backtrack.
Yeah, in order to go to the secret area of the level. And also got to be careful
They
with these.
actually reappear?
No, they didn't actually reappear. I just didn't kill them. I think these reappeared though. I don't know if I touched them or not, but I might have. But anyways, now backtracking down here, and this is what I was telling you guys about. Down this hole is the secret area.
Oh yeah, there it is.
And now everything down here seems a lot different because it's set like underground of the pipe, so it's below the sewers, which is even more dirty. And also, as you can see, there's a long pit of lava on that's right at the bottom, and on the side you can see bits of just broken ruin that's sinking into molten lava, or part of it's sunk into it anyway, the bottom parts anyway. And these are the hard ones. You have to hold circle while they're going, and they always used to get me every time when I was a little kid, and it really pissed me off.
Yeah.
But anyways, finally got that out of the way. We've officially unlocked the portal to level 27, Totally Fly. And obviously we're not going to save the game yet, because we're just going to... Because as we always say, as we always do, we always save it at the end of every pass. So anyways, moving on to level 27, Totally Fly, to get the gem. And I don't see why there's a 2 in the name, do you? There's a 2 right at the end of the name, how weird.
Yeah, but I actually read the text though, because I can't read katakana though, but I can read kanji or hiragana.
Okay, so here's on the jungle levels. Okay, so here's on the jungle levels, people, and some of the hard jungle levels, and it's got the death path theme of the original jungle levels in Crash 2, and yes, it is hard, but this is the final level. It's the final secret level that there is. But this isn't the final time that we entered the secret warp room though. The final time that we enter the secret warp room is when we complete digging it. So anyways, moving on. Thank you.
Destroying bugs that fly over us.
Okay, thank you.
It's a real challenge.
Yeah, and also, you guys may recognise that these enemies are from Crash 1. If you don't recognise them, then I'll tell you, but in Crash 1 they're actually a lot more
just
silent.
go! Don't waste the time!
Okay, now I've got to go on the sides. Oh, for fuck's sake! If I hadn't got interrupted there. Anyways, as I was explaining, that those enemies there are just from Crash 1, and they're a lot noisier in Crash 2, and also they move about and make noise. Some of them move in Crash 1 as well, but the only difference is that they don't make noise and they're not blue, they're just grey. And also they're lights as well. Anyways, now moving on to the bonus round. It's good they kept the bonus round thing. But here's a ridiculous part of the bonus round. What I don't get is that TNT just blows up, and just to fill up those 3 crates and that exclamation mark, that is just totally ridiculous. I could just spin jump there, just like I did then, but then again, I had to explode that TNT because it was part of all the boxes, it counts. The TNTs count as all the other boxes, so I had no choice but to do it.
Alright.
Anyways, now I've got to belly flop these before I take the light in, and if I take the light in, if I take the light here and belly flop these at the same time,
right?
yeah, it'll waste a lot of time and the light will actually fade away. Now, if you hear a noise like this in the dark while you're spinning, you'll know that there's a steel crate. So so jump and belly flop in order to actually break the box in the dark, and that's when you'll know that there's one of the steel crates hiding in. Anyways, now that's all of them cleared, let's move on. There. And also they've added the enemies from the ruins levels, like Road to Ruin level 14. Anyways, that's all the boxes.
Hooray, we did it!
Anyways, that's this level cleared. Now moving on to level 17, digging it. And apologies for that interruption there. That was just a bit of pizza, a slice of pizza that I was just given. But I can't eat it right now because I'm recording, obviously. So I'll eat it after the part's finished. Now, without further interruptions, moving on to level 13, digging it. Speaking of digging it, there used to be a show called Digging It. But first it was called Dig It, and that was, I think it was released in 2001 or something, but I'm not 100% on that. But then ever since 2003 it was relaunched to Digging It, and I have clips on it recorded on one of those DVD discs. But anyways, I'm not going to go off subject now.
Watch out for those exploding beans!
Yeah, these plants right here spit out these explosive beams which can take out Crash easily and technically stuns him, but yeah, you have to be really careful. Move away from the beams, and the only way to kill him is by belly flopping on top of them, but you must be careful. If you're belly flopping on them, you must be really careful. Now, as I was saying before Okaku came in with his Japanese commentary, you have to belly flop them right in the middle, because if you belly flop them while you're on the spikes, you're going to lose an Okaku mask, or if you don't have an Okaku mask, you'll just die instantly. And this can't just move you about, and if you touch him, he will take your Okaku mask away or kill you.
Yeah.
And there's absolutely no way of killing him whatsoever, so the best thing to do is avoid it. And this is basically the same setting as those chase levels which we've encountered earlier on in the gameplay / let's play that we're doing right now.
Yeah.
With all the speed and everything. In a way it sort of sounds funny when he's speaking in Japanese, but every time... Yeah, but then again, people do get pissed off with his commentaries and stuff, so they tell me to shut up. Oh yeah, we've got to be careful here, because these bits do trick you, like this cunt just did to me, with his stupid explosive beams. I've got to be ultra careful here. Now moving on to the bonus round, and there's something I'd like to show you guys in this bonus round, and it's later on in the bonus round, and there's a secret bit at the top with a whole bunch of iron crates. Yeah, there's a bunch of iron crates at the top lined up, and it has at least 3 or 2 lives or something, or maybe 4 lives, but I don't know, but it doesn't work all the time, but I can do it, and I'm going to show you. Basically you have to bounce on top of these, but you have to time it right. But I don't know how the hell I just failed there. So that was a complete and utter mistake. Yes, made it! Oh, that was so close as well. I nearly fell on top of the question mark in the bonus round as well. And I could have left these 2 boxes behind, but thank fuck that did not happen. I was actually quite lucky then. But then again, it's pointless getting all these lives because I've got 99 already. Yeah. But the secret was worth showing off though. It was worth showing to you guys, and this is what people do in LPs, show secrets and stuff. But anyways, now we're in the death path, which is the harder bit, and I thought I'd get this bit out of the way because the normal part of the level is easier. And also when we're backtracking, we've got to watch out for those nitros over there so I don't actually lose an Okaku mask or die if I don't come back with an Okaku mask. And also this is where the bees are introduced. There's all these stupid beehives. Oh, and I actually killed them when I fell on top of them. So yeah, there is a trick where you can actually fall on top of them, but only if you use those explosive mines for Crash to jump in order to get on top of them.
You cannot destroy those beehives.
No, you cannot. Yeah, exactly. You cannot destroy those beehives. You can only kill the bees, but you cannot destroy the beehives. Although it'd be good if you can. Anyways, now spin the checkpoint, and that's all the boxes concluded for this level, but that's not the only reason why we're on this level. We're also in this part of the level in order to get the Death Path gem. Now some people would prefer to go forwards and then go back through the normal route, whereas some people like me would like to go through the Death Path and then backtrack through the Death Path and go forwards into the normal route. Now I'm going to be careful here because there may be a bee coming right here, you just never know. Oh fuck! Anyways, that doesn't matter because there are no more boxes ahead, so I'm fine with just going back. So that's basically it, and also the reason why I came here is because there are more boxes here, and it doesn't count all the boxes if you just go through normal, because that's just stupid. And so I actually had a proper motivation to go in here, and while I nearly got hit by nitros, got to be careful here. And that was so close. There, made it. Finally got the Death Path out of the way. Now moving on. Now we can finally relax and move on to the normal route of the level, which is what anyone would do. Which is what all the average people would do. Like for the ones who just want to get the level out of the way and over and done with and all that. Just get the crystal and get out. But anyways, moving on. By the way, I forgot to tell you about the bees. If the bee's stings Crash, then Crash gets swollen up. But I'm not going to show it because I don't want to risk any loss or anything. And we finally got it.
Fat.
Exactly, Crash turns fat and all that. And yes, we got the checkpoint, so we will not come back at the Death Path. Yeah, and when we're around here we can spin them. And this is where you first see Crash dig. You press square in order to dig. And then you can just go underneath, and then you can just press square to beat up the bees and stuff. But you also can come out in order to trick the bees to flying into it, and then you can just spin the bees when they're above you. And you can see where Crash is just by seeing a little bump on underneath the dirt.
Oh, you can't. Okay.
Now that's that done. But anyways, I'm actually surprised that I'm not using any save states at all in this gameplay / let's play, whereas I did in the previous one. Maybe it's because Crash 2 is easier than Crash 1. With all the box.
No, because actually,
yeah,
the ability to save the game anytime.
Exactly. You know with the rules about the boxes being easier and everything. It's better that way. And also got to watch out for these mines and shit like that, and I'd also like to welcome back old classic gamer from his holiday or vacation or whatever holiday or vacation or whatever you like to call it. And we got the gem. Now we're going back in order to go to the secret area in order to go into that circular bit of platform which has that plant on it, which takes us to the 6th and secret warp room for the final time in the LP and the game itself.
Oh.
Opening up a portal, leading us to the secret area in level 14, Road to Ruin. And yes, sometimes these bees can go back and follow you, but at a certain distance only.
Yay.
So here we go. And this is our final visit of 6th and secret warp room, as you see before you guys. You can see all the gems flying into the air. He just throws it up in the air and going into space. Anyways, now moving on to level 14, Road to Ruin, the secret area, is where we start off with. And as I said in part 5, we'd be, or part 6, yeah it was part 6, that we'd be, which is the previous part, that we'd be doing this the legit way. Too legit to quit. Will Smith reference then. If you've seen the Fresh Prince of BEL-AIR, that is. That's a joke show, you should watch it. Have you seen it, Toby XY, the Fresh Prince of BEL-AIR? Have you seen the Fresh Prince of BEL-AIR?
I see it, but I just didn't enjoy it.
Okay, now I've got to avoid these over here. And that's basically the start of the level, and then again there are no further boxes behind here. That's just the normal start of the level. So anyways, moving on to the actual level itself. You know what, we've already heard this.
Yeah, why don't you just skip them?
Okay. Now those two TNTs have better exploded, otherwise that would just be a complete lot of pistol. Anyways, not going to Death Path because we've been there to get the Death Path gem. But now, we're going to go and break all the boxes and everything. And that's how it should be done, in order to get the box gem and all that. Shut up, Okaku. We've already heard that. Now anyways, now we're going to go into the bonus round. Well, we're getting to that bit anyway. But seeing as last time we didn't have a reason to go into the bonus round, now we have a reason to go into the bonus round because we are now breaking all the boxes in the level.
Okay.
Otherwise, what's the point in going to the bonus round if you're not breaking all the boxes? Now anyways, what you can do in this bonus round is just spin these crates and... yeah, these switch trigger crates, they just fill in the outline boxes and... it's actually nice, but there's a way to jump into the background in the level, in the bonus round, and cheat to get there, but you can still get the gem, but it just counts the boxes in this heads-up display of the bonus round instead of the normal one. But anyways, now that's finally done. We got this out of the way. Now moving on to the actual level itself, and you have Equalux, one of my old friends on YouTube, has done that trick where you can jump from the bonus round into the actual level itself. But if you're over here, you can fall through the platforms, which is stupid. Which is utterly stupid and ridiculous. Now let's see if this counts. Yes, and we got the box gem. Thank God it counted those two TNTs that exploded before I even hit that checkpoint. Now that's that finally done, and that concludes of what we've got for part 7. And now we're going to save the game. And this recording actually turned out to be better than the previous set of recordings. Whoops. Just wait for cutscene. Okay, now going up. Why as I said going up, not going down? Okay. That's better. Okay, now finally up here, and we're gonna save into this. Yeah, first we're gonna save. And now that puts us into 67% into the game, so we're doing really well, and we're actually getting on. But But for those of you who want the next part to happen, don't expect it to happen very soon, because we'll do it when we are available, when we do it. You don't dictate what happens on our co-op channel, we do, because it's our co-op channel.
Yeah.
And it's also, and I'm also the one doing the gameplay, so but both of us plan when we're gonna record it or not, so that's a good idea. But anyways, the next part we're gonna be starting off with level 18, Cold Hard Crash. So anyways, that concludes everything. That basically concludes everything of what we got to show you, of what we got for part 7. So see, yeah, and thanks for watching. Yeah, thanks for watching. See you guys in part 8. Laters.